managing Candy is like a waste. Okay, you can't manage somebody who don't want to make progress.
Right now you and we unstoppable. Unstoppable, that mean them can't stop ya. Youth, unstoppable, run away train.
Welcome back, my unstoppable family. Some people may not normally cover Candy. Wow, kind of topics on that channel here. But I have a recent reasoning with our farmer manager, Miss Nadine. And during this conversation with Miss Nadine, I say, you know something? Let me just bring it to you so you can get an understanding of why Miss Nadine dropped Candy and decide to stop managing her. Alright, now this is a very long voice recording, so I'm not going to do too much long talking. I'm just going to make you take a listen for yourself and then move forward back. See, but you see, before I leave, if this is your very first time to this channel and you're not subscribed yet, please consider hitting this subscribe button and the notification bell. So once we upload a video, you will get that alert. Make we go listen to the recording.
I mean, we had everything in place, studio money pay. She's not interested. We have songs for her to release so she can finally have her own, come out with her own single, you know. She's not interested. Every day is a excuse after excuse after excuse. All she wants to do is go up on the road and hang with these people. We can't help her, and everything with them tell her, she run with it. I don't have time for that.
There's rumors that she threatened you or some kind of threat back and forth, or did she send threats to you? Anything like that is fact?
Yes, she sent me a voice note because what happened was her road manager that was helping out with her, because I'm in Florida, so obviously I had to have somebody on the ground to help with her. And he was going out of town for a few days. And obviously she's not somebody that can be left alone. You know, Candy's like a child that needs monitoring. As much as she's 29, trust me, it's like she acts sometimes like a 5-year-old. She only full of mouth. But anyway, so we didn't want to leave her. So we arranged for her to go somewhere and stay for the 2 days. And because she had her plan and she's telling herself that she's going to stay there by herself. When the person came to pick her up, everything was okay. We think, okay, she's all right. Only to find out that once the guy left, she came back at the house. So she wasn't able to get in the house. And she was mad. So she called me and left a message that when he comes back, she's gonna make 2-man bleach time gate, in yard gate, just for killing P-Clot. That's the message she left on my phone. So when I heard that, I mean, come on now. This guy's been so good to her. I mean, he treated her as if she was like a daughter to him. I mean, I can't begin to tell you the things that he put up with that girl. She's so disrespectful, you know, and he was putting up with it because of me. He keeps saying, Nadine, you know, you're spending your money, you know, you can't just give up. You know, he's the one that always, because I wanted to drop her a long time. I mean, it's like every couple of days, I've never seen somebody so crazy. Every couple of days, it's always something. It's just drama after drama. Sometimes she gone, we don't know where she there. People book her for shows. When the time comes, we can't find her. She's just, I mean, this girl, it's just too much.
All right, on the topic of you spending your money, if you can, off the top of your head, how much would you say you have already invested in Candy?
About $3,800 US, buying clothes, paying for her teeth, you know, her everyday expenses, paying rent and all of that stuff.
And what's the status with the teeth thing? Because a whole lot of persons kept asking if our teeth get fixed,
Her dentures, her impression was done, her dentures are made and everything. But like I said, because she was having the seizures, you know, she's on medication. The dentist wanted her to do the blood work to make sure that it wasn't anything that was triggering it off. But even that we couldn't get done from her. I mean, they did a blood work at the hospital, but the dentist wanted to do a second blood work just to make sure. Even her seizure medication, she don't even want to take it. You have to basically hold like hold it in your hand and say open your mouth. That's the only way she would take her medicine.
There is, not even was, there is a video that's floating around on social media of Candy somewhere. I'm not quite sure where she is, but she's just sitting down on a corner drinking and smoking, and some guys recording her, and she looked
Yes,
really
I saw that.
right. She looked really mash up. Right? What do you have to say about that?
It's sad. I mean, somebody sent it to me because for some reason, anytime anybody posts anything, for some reason, people always be sending it to me because I'm not like somebody that lives on social media. But when I saw it, I mean, I was very distraught. But what am I gonna do? I mean, she has to want the help. There's only so much I can do, and to deal with somebody that's ungrateful and make the way she acts, it's like she feels like she's entitled, like we have to do it, and there's no such thing. So I mean, I don't want to. I'm just disassociating myself. I can't have somebody basically. Candy would ruin me, and I can't afford that.
Right. In the comment section of that very same video that I mentioned, I myself read some of the comments, and persons were saying the very first thing that a manager should have done was gotten Candy help for whatever mental issues, if she has any, or drug issues, if she has any. What you have to say about
Yeah,
it?
but how are you going to do that if she's not going to cooperate? It's all good and well. We take her to the place, and how even when she was at the hospital. Remember when I spoke with you, and she's the one that checked herself out of the hospital, She's a very difficult person. So who are all those people who are always talking about drug? No doctor is going to hold you down and say, yes, you have to do it. You have to want it.
Right.
Even here in Florida here, say you go to a place and say, you take your an adult and say, okay, they keep saying they want to kill themselves, because of course she always be saying that. If they ask her and she said no, she didn't say it, they're not going to believe you. You have to want the help. So if we even took her somewhere to get the help, she's going to check herself out, cry and tell them, oh, nothing is wrong with her. And I mean, they can't force her. She's an adult.
Since you dropped her, how long now has it been since you dropped her?
Close, coming on to a month.
Since you dropped her, has there been any kind of communication between you and her?
Well, I blocked her, but she used somebody's phone once and called, and I just didn't answer. Because, every time she calls, this is what she does. She cries, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it again. And then a couple of days, she's back to square one. I don't have time for this. I have two children, and they don't stress me out like this. So why would I need somebody to stress me?
So you just made the decision to cut your losses, whatever you invested, and just let her go.
Exactly. I'm quite fine with that, because I can't afford for her to ruin me.
This is a question that I want an answer to, because this is just a thought that I had. Do you think anybody else, judging on what we've seen, do you think anyone else would or will even consider picking up Candy to manage her?
I wouldn't have an answer for that, because I don't know how much a person could take. But if they can, then be my guest. But I doubt that. I mean, this person is so difficult.
The reason why I asked is because I've seen where obviously everyone who tries to manage her, it ends badly. So that's why I asked that question.
Right. I mean, I even hired an agent. Would you believe that? So this way, no money transaction. So nobody can come out and say, oh, I took their money, like how she did with other people. I assigned her to an agent. And even the agent, she says, I have never seen.
Well, alright then, viewers. Only hear for yourself from Miss Nadine Mount herself. What go down between she, Candy, and her road manager, and that was the decision she made to just say, yo, I'm gonna cut my losses and just do away with dealing with Candy, because she's very disrespectful as far as Miss Nadine said. Now, for all who see a certain video circulating recently where Candy up on a corner just a chill and a smoke and a drink and she look really mash up, we understand why this conversation come up again, because Candy left from looking like this to looking like this. Watch out, man, people. Talk me down in the comment section. And once again, as I said, if this is your very first time to this channel and you've not yet hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, so once Unstoppable upload a video, you will get notified. Until the next time, I'm out. No matter what, don't make nobody stop you.
Right now you know we unstoppable. Unstoppable.